now we're actually going to find surface area and volume. We're going to start with something nice and easy, a rectangular prism, like a box. This picture here is called a net. If we add each area or face of this net, all the rectangles together, the sum will be the surface area. Oops. Maybe I can spell that right. Surface area. Oop. And I fit it on one line. Surface area is always square units. That means that the exponent on the unit is 2. So let's see. The formula for surface area is on your formula sheet. It always says SA, standing for surface area. 2LW means 2 times length times width, plus 2 times length times height, plus 2 times width times height. When you're looking at a picture, it doesn't really matter what you choose for length, width, and height, as long as you keep track of what you did. I personally choose this part here, 53, is going to be my length, 29 is going to be my width, and 40 will be my height. And I'm going to, at the very least, write out what I would put in my calculator. I would put 2 times 53 times 29. Okay, times 29, sorry. Plus 2 times 53 times 40. Whew. Plus 2 times 29 times 40. So I'm going to use a calculator for that because I cannot keep that all in my head at once. If I do 2 times 53 times 29, I get 3,074. If I do 2 times 53 times 40, I get 4,240. And if I do 2 times 29 times 40, I get 2,320. When I add them all up, okay, let me make sure I'm typing this in correctly. Uh-oh, I think I typed the wrong button. 20 plus 42, 40. 9,634 centimeters squared. So you try this one. Pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so here's my work. I multiplied all this stuff. I found 3 different products. I added them together and I got 9,664. If you had said length was 27 and width was 40 and height was 56, you should still get the same answer. It doesn't matter which one you pick to be length, width, and height as long as you're consistent. So if we count how many cubes make up a rectangular prism, that would tell us the volume. We can save time by counting how many cubes long, wide, and tall the prism is. Volume is always cubed. The exponent is on the units is 3. Volume is length times width times height. You might recognize this. Rectangular prism, we have 53 for the length, 29 for the width, and 40 for the height. Volume is 53 times 29 times 40. I definitely needed a calculator for that. 53 times 29 times 40. I get a really big number. I get 61,480 centimeters cubed. The 3 got cut off there. So you try it. Volume is equal to length times width times height. Pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, I set up my problem and I got 60,480 feet cubed for this rectangular prism. Okay, on this page I want you to try surface area and volume and come back to the video when you're done to check your work. Okay, for the first two, hopefully you got 62 feet squared for the surface area and 30 feet cubed for the volume, and then 22 feet squared for the surface area and 6 feet cubed for the volume. If you need to see how I did it, you can pause and look at the details. But I would expect at least the first step, like showing what you're multiplying and then the answer. You might not show the middle step. And for the bottom two, you should have gotten 92 meters squared for surface area and 48 meters cubed for volume. And then this last one was a cube. There are 6 sides. Each is 10 by 10. The surface area was 600 meters cubed. And then the volume was 1,000 meters